Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another GTA content creator live stream. Hello everybody in chat, how's it all going? I think everything is going well. We've got the playlist sorted out this week. We got a wonderful meetup on Xbox One with all these muscle cars. Quite an interesting variety. Interesting that we've got no dominators, I think. But you know, is that RDT? Is that RDT? I feel like that's RDT. Doing his classic intro. It is RDT, of course. What a scumbag. So yeah, interesting selection of muscle cars. We've got the playlist sorted out this time, so we can get straight on with the racing, showcasing some community created tracks. But we're also going to be doing the new Rockstar verified tracks at the end, just one lap each at the end, just to see how bad they are. And I'm probably going to rip them a new one because I've heard they're not very good. But yeah, there's a mix of different tracks this time. No, we don't want jobs, we want playlists. There we go. We got it prepared this time. So 5 community created tracks as always, but this time we've got a bit of a mix. They're not all stunt tracks because the selection is a pretty small on Xbox because it does have the smallest population of people and tracks and things. So I've decided to do a mix of different tracks. I want to do this on sports. Off-road rally cars, this one please, everybody who's racing. Rally cars, Omnis, Tropos, Karuma, Sultan, something like that. So yeah, we're doing a mixture. We've got some off-road circuits, we've got some stunt circuits, we've got some proper circuits. We've got basically a mix of all sorts of different things. God almighty. So yeah, we got. Oh, it is a 1 to 16 player playlist as well. Okay, so there are 16 player races in this again. I wonder which one it is.
You know you love it.
RDT's a scum. Alright, so sorry to anybody who doesn't get in once again, but at least we got the playlist started so we can get straight into the racing. One of these races is either 16 players or it's not the new Rockstar verified tracks, is it? Are the Rockstar verified tracks 16 players? Really? That is RDT being RDT, yeah. Alright, so let's go for this. Sultans, Omnises, Troposes. I bought an Omnis specifically for this because I absolutely love it. So we got, I think we've got a mixture of all sorts of different things. I think in terms of stunt races in the classic fashion that we had last week from the PS4 stuff, we don't really have anything quite like that this week. We've got a variety of different things and there's some stunt features in some of the tracks. But yeah, like there is a mix of various different things. Sorry, SG Appleby, that you couldn't get in. Sorry to anybody who was in. I think we had 22 people in that session. Only 16 people in the race, obviously. I do apologise that you couldn't get in. Well, I'll keep, if people drop out, I'll keep inviting crew members, obviously. I'm sorry about that. But, you know, clearly this time it's not the fault of a person who's created the track who submitted one of these tracks for this. It's the fault of the person who created a track for Rockstar Verified and the fault of Rockstar for actually verifying such a track. Like, why? Why would they verify a track? I mean, I've heard that one of the tracks that Rockstar... one of the new Rockstar Verified tracks isn't too bad, but the majority of them are pretty woeful. And I think I will be trying to point out exactly how bad Rockstar are with everything that they do. Why do we have people in Elegies and Feltzers? And they're the ones taking me out as well. I specifically said rally style cars. So yeah, Rockstar verifying process as always, as it always has been in the past, absolutely woeful. Verifying terrible tracks, that have 16 player limits, one of them, which has ruined this playlist, so we can't have more than 16 players. Same story as last time, except it actually wasn't the fault of anyone creating the track. But never mind, you know, we'll talk about that more when we actually get to the end of the video, the end of the stream, and I do those 5 Rockstar tracks very quickly at the end, and I'll critique those as well. But we're only going to be doing that very quickly, sort of 1 lap each. For now, we're going to be starting with the same thing that we always do, which is 5 tracks from the community, from people on Xbox who've created tracks and submitted them. If you want to submit your track, the link is in the description. First up, we've got this, which is Repeat Offenders, which is a sort of, I would say this is a mix of stunt and off-road style track. You know, it's got a few little jumps, it's off-road a little bit. It was actually listed as an off-road track. Obviously there's different ways that you can list your circuit in terms of what type of track it is on the form to fill in to submit your track. This was listed as an off-road track. It does have some stunt things mixed in there as well, and it's just quite a nice, well-made track, I think, on first view. I like this sort of mix. By the way, let me know in the comments if you're watching this on the video, and in the chat at the end of the stream. I took him out. If you prefer this style of doing things, if you prefer to have a mix of different type of circuits, or whether you prefer to just have it where we do all proper tracks, all stunt tracks, stuff like that. Obviously wait until we get to the end of the stream for those who are in the stream. But yeah, if you're watching this on the video, let me know in the comments as well, because I'm quite interested to know what people prefer. Damn it! Oh, this has not gone well. Since we do have only 16 people in this race, anybody who's chosen an Elegy or a Fouts or anything OP when I said to choose a rally car like this, I feel like they can be kicked and we can have some space for other people. You know, why not? We've got plenty of people who want to actually race properly and do the right things for the track, so they did wait when they took me out, so that at least they're racing properly. But I guess they could say that, well, I don't have an Omnis or Karuma or Tropos or a Sultan. But you could at least choose a car that is on the same sort of pace as those vehicles. I'm not last place, I am second last. Oh yeah, there's 16 people obviously. Yeah, this has not gone well. Let's actually focus on the track. I like this jump. This is the jump from the thumbnail. I like how it's around the prison. You got the prison over on the right. You've got sections where you're seeing other cars in different. Obviously, you know, you're going back along this section, seeing cars on the right hand side there. So it's nicely made. It's, you know, very well made in terms of just how it is built. You know, it's very well done. This is by Blue Eyed Malice, who I think would have had a Bruffy verified track in the old verified ways series. Interesting little transition that. It's a bit awkward. I wonder if it would be better to just have a track piece going across there. I'm not doing very well in this. This is, I mean, the Omnis isn't necessarily the best thing in the world to up against, say, the Tropos or something, but I am very far behind. Not a good start. Yeah, I wonder whether a track piece would be better for that little transition. It does seem a bit awkward off-road. Wait, I've gone the wrong way. I'm so stupid. This has not been a good start to the race. Holy cow. So many chokes. I mean, these streams are meant to be more about the tracks anyway, so you know there is an aspect of that anyway. It's not really about the racing, but man, this has been terrible. Very well made, this track. Nice layout, nice sections. You're going off-road, you're going on-road. Mixes with the stunt track pieces, a little jump elsewhere. Yeah, I did get lost again a little bit. I'm reading the chat, that's the problem. Why do I do that? I'm still reading the chat. Have I not learned my lesson? Through hundreds and hundreds of Twitch streams of choking reading the chat. I am so far behind, I'm just not catching up to anyone. I did upgrade this Omnis before we started. Oh, what a scumbag! Sammy CRS with the subscription. Thank you so much, man. That's a Twitch subscription, not a normal YouTube subscription, by the way. Thank you so much for the sub. Those alerts are still on. Yeah, it's got turbo and everything. I'm just not doing very well. I wonder how many people are in OP cars. Since it is 16 players and we do have a lot of people waiting, we are definitely going to kick anyone who's in an OP car when we tell people not to be. So yeah, it looks great as well. I think it's set to be on at night time all the time, and there's some really nice light effects as we go around parts of this track. It's just really well constructed, really nice. I like the mix of off-road and on-road with a few stunt sections as well. It's a really good track, and I do like my fair share of off-road tracks every now and then when we use the correct cars for them. Oh, can we? Oh, this is close. This is dicey. We finally made a position. If you're looking to create an off-road track or a mix of things, a mix of different variations, this is a very good example of how you can mix tracks together. It doesn't always have to be a proper racing circuit, it doesn't have to be full of tubes, it doesn't have to be all off-road or all on-road. You can mix all sorts of aspects together and get a really good experience, and this is what this is. Oh, I'm going to be fighting a losing battle with a Tropos on the straight. It's not too bad at the minute, it's not long enough. We've kept the inside. Jump! I like the jump. Can we keep 14th place? Defended that beautifully. You know a race has gone badly when you say, "Can we keep 14th?" But this is what we're up against. Oh, am I going to DNF? Please say I'm not going to DNF. 7 seconds to make the finish. 3, 2, 1. Oh, just to say I made it. Good battle that, even though it was for 14th place. Tracks should be cross-platform, yes. There's no reason why they can't be. It's ridiculous that Rockstar haven't got their fingers out of their asses and done that yet. Good track. Like I said, like I always say every week, the links for all these tracks are in the description in the order that we have them in. Oh my god, so many elegies and massacros. Mods, take a list of all those people not using the right car. Holy shit. Let's switch some people out and get some other people in who couldn't get in the first time. Scumbags. That's why I was so far behind. Like, there was only half the field using the right cars. Technically, I finished like 6th out of 8 or something. Let's do 3 laps for this one. Customs off. They should be all in bifters, I believe. Can't invite anybody from the crew because it's full at the moment. I think this is locked to bifters. So yeah, these playlists, they only give me a minute and a half between each race to actually sit back and chill. But I am gonna sort of, I'm planning for these. I'm planning for these YouTube streams to be a little bit more laid back than what they were in the first few. But they are always going to be quite fast paced because of the fact that there are playlist format. There's only been a few. There's only a minute between each one. No second chances. Yeah, I always give people second chances. We can we can just let's see how any repeat offenders on that can be kicked. But we might switch people out when we get to the final race and do the Rockstar races, just to allow other people to get in. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, lock to the bifter so nobody can go away from this. Obviously, this is called Island Karting. This is kind of the closest to a stunt track, I think, out of all 5 of the community-created tracks we've got this week. And obviously, with it being a karting track, karting is generally done in bifters because it feels quite more like like karts in real life, I guess. Or at least they've got those sort of characteristics. But this one looks like it will be interesting. With it being... I don't know why it defaults to first person on Xbox. With it being around a lot of islands like this. Oh. Did not see that one coming. It could provide some interesting scenery, I think. You know, when we're looking at all of this. Islands everywhere. Water in certain sections. Mostly track pieces at the moment. Oh, I like that. I like how the waves aren't necessarily affecting you, but they look pretty good. We got a jump. Oh, we got fireworks too. We got tubes. Yeah, this is probably the most like a stunt race or a classic stunt race what you would expect out of all 5 of the tracks that we've got today. All 5 of the community created tracks. But like I said, we're doing a mix this week, so let me know whether you prefer to see a mix of different start of circuits in one stream, or we should stick to having the same all the time. That is a stream that is themed with all the same sort of tracks. Oh, I hit the water. Didn't affect me too much though. Oh, we just got the line around there. Oh, we're going on top. Oh, this is interesting. This is new. I've never done this before. Okay, I never thought about that. Interesting. On top of the tubes. Oh, this is tricky. Oh. This is tricky. Oh, this is inventive. I didn't even think that this could be a thing. I quite like this. This is new. When a track gives you something completely brand new to do, that is not good on the eyes though. Holy cow. When a track gives you something completely new and inventive, then it's been a good experience. And I like this track. This is a nice experience. I think it's good that it's in bifters. Obviously, it's got a very specific theme, so it's okay to lock a track to a specific car if it has a specific theme. This obviously does island karting, so it's meant to be like more of a karting circuit. Where we go? I'll wait up a little bit. We were having a good race up until that point. you got the chance of going off the water on a lot of areas. This is a very nice track. This is a good track. I'm gonna say that this is the best stunt track that I've raced on Xbox so far. And just because it's different, it's interesting, it's fun, and I like the fact that we're in Bifters. Like I said, the links to all of these are in the description in the order that we're doing them. This is Island Karting. First one was Repeat Offenders. If you are on Xbox, you can download these for yourself. Shame that we can't do that if you're on a different platform and they're not cross-platform tracks, but hey, it is what it is. You go over and under yourself, over and under different parts of the track as well, which is nice. You can see cars in different areas, close sections. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. I think he got caught out by the little dink in that. I quite like that part of the track. I was just going to say I like that part of the track where it dinks inside. But then Sean took a jump. Took a dip into the sea. Okay, we got to be careful on this bit. Because surely we can't get it. Oh, we can get it properly again. Oh, nice. This is fun. Good track, I like it. I don't like this bit though. I do not like this bit. That is awful on the eyes. I can't look at it too much. Nice scenery as well. You're going around islands. I'm impressed with this. Oh, there's some other carts on the other side. Yeah, this has been fun. I've enjoyed this a lot. Just something different, and it's got character. It's a track that's got character. Uh oh, I'm gone. I'm gone. Damn it. Oh well. At least the race will be back on then. At least for the last lap. Saves me actually slowing down. We had to have one choke in a race. We couldn't go through an entire race without choking at least once. It was on such a simple part. That's what I do. I get through all the difficult parts totally fine, and then mess up on the easy bits. Oh, there's a... Wow, that was about 4... Wow, that was a good shot. About 4 cars. Uh-oh. All going off that jump together. That was fun to watch. I like that aspect of tracks where you can see stuff like that happen when you're racing around. Stupid water. Someone right on my ass. 2 people. Alright, here we go. The tricky bit again. Not really many chances to overtake here, I would imagine. Messed up! Choked it! I tried too hard. I tried too hard. It was all going so well. Damn it! The pressure told. Captain Bob! Donate 420. Any tips on when, where and how to start creating tracks? What should I focus most on? I will answer that in a second. 3rd place. God damn it. Choke at the end. I should have put it to 2 laps. It was all going so well in the first 2 laps. Last lap just ruined it. That was a fun race though. I enjoyed that. That was great fun. A lot of fun. Impressed with that one. Just a fun track. Just fun to race on. So, any tips on where and how to start creating tracks? What should I focus most on? It's difficult to say where to start. I mean, look at tracks that... I think, in a way, it's best to start just with a layout. Just try to find a layout and place some checkpoints down. Don't worry about props or anything. Start with a layout first. A layout that you're happy with and feels good and feels nice to drive, you know. And then build it up from there. Make sure the checkpoints are alright. I always say a rule of thumb with checkpoints is you should be able to see the next checkpoint from the last checkpoint, but it should be as far away as it possibly can be. It should be the furthest distance that it possibly could be between the two checkpoints, where you can still see the second checkpoint from the first. That should be your rule of thumb with checkpoints, because if you have like 3 or 4 checkpoints in a small space, then people don't know where they're going. And just start with checkpoints. Just start with trying to get a track made out of checkpoints, and then build it up that way. Build it up with props, and you don't even have to use props, but yeah, just start with the checkpoints basically first of all. That's the best advice I can give, I would say. We've done sports already. Let's do muscle for this one, I think. Awful description. He did mention that. If you start creating without an idea, start with an idea. If you start creating without an idea, you get the tracks that were verified by Rockstar. Yeah, fair enough. That is true. No criteria for cars. Use anything you want. Good stuff, Condor. We've got one person to have one track. That's good. That the whole point of this stream has been completed. If only even if there's only one person who benefits from bookmarking one of these tracks, then great stuff. Yeah, you have to have an idea. If you just start creating randomly and start placing props everywhere, that's when it starts to get ridiculous. But start with an idea. Start with something that you actually want to achieve in a track that you actually want. Ultimately, in the end, ironically, in the end, checkpoints will matter the least when it comes to the track, apart from sections where you're actively trying to restrict people from going in certain areas, or sort of you're using them as ways to stop people from, going like way off the track or something like that. Because people will learn the track anyway, so the actual checkpoints themselves, in the end, as soon as someone's learned the track, they don't matter too much. But for them to get to a point where they want to keep playing the track to learn it, first they've got to play it and understand where to go, and that's where checkpoints come in. More for the first few playthroughs than anything else. So, we're in Muscle. It's raining, which makes it very, very interesting. And this is 103.2 what was it called? 103.2 Stadium Track or something. I can't exactly remember what it was called. But it's really annoying me, that horn, I've got to say. That must be a bug. It can't be someone just holding the horn all this time. So the idea behind this track, I did give this a little go before we started, and it was listed as a proper racing circuit on the submissions. I think, for me personally, I wouldn't consider this to be a proper racing circuit. It has some features of proper racing circuits, and you could certainly have a proper race on it, but for me, when I'm thinking about a proper racing circuit, I'm thinking of something that could host a pretty significant event, like a multi-class endurance championship, for example. And visually, I think they should look like a proper racing circuit. This, to me, doesn't look like a proper racing circuit. It looks like a stadium circuit, something that you would get in Race of Champions or something like that. And that is clearly what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a stadium circuit. And that's great. I love that idea. And I love the... I love the execution of it as well. It looks beautiful. It's really good how it feels like you're inside a stadium, and that's what it's meant to do. But when it comes to being a proper racing circuit, that isn't necessarily what I would imagine that to be. People might think differently, of course, and that's fair enough. But just something to point out, you know, like I said earlier, and Evo said, have an idea. Have an idea in mind of what you want a track to be, and it should be clear in your mind at all times how that idea is going to play out. And this is meant to be a stadium track. I guess, you know, that is obviously me just being picky about a certain way that someone's categorized their track on a submission form for this series, so it's not a big deal. And it could be argued that my submission form doesn't have enough things to cater to a stadium section. How would you better show that? Ultimately, it doesn't matter because it's just a spreadsheet. But yeah, like, you know, what people are saying in the chat right now, I agree with. You know, the loops of fire, I don't think really work on any track that's trying to be a proper racing circuit. There is a lot of way to cut the track, as someone also said. There's a lot of corners that you can just cut across quite easily. Obviously that one, the slowdown zone there is meant to stop that there, but there's, you know, the checkpoints don't necessarily allow you to not go anywhere. That might be the design, you know, he might want you to go all the way across here, the creator of this. And that's fair enough again. But when it comes to being a proper racing circuit, I think this is more of a stunt racing circuit, or a specialized circuit, I guess you could say, with it being in a stadium. It's very well made though. It gives you a nice experience of driving in a stadium, and the walls, like that's something that is quite unique. I think we've seen it once or twice on the Patreon races. On whoops, I was reading the chat again. What was I saying? Yeah, we've seen this sort of thing slightly in the past, where we have tracks that have big walls and they feel like they're enclosed. But I don't think we've seen one that's been as done quite as well as this, and it's an interesting track to race on. I'm enjoying the experience of racing on it. Wouldn't want to host a proper event on this though, when you compare it to the proper racing tracks that we saw in the first 3 weeks of doing these live streams. I'm having a lot of fun driving the Dominator in the rain on this track though. That on its own is fun. I knew that was going to happen. That is fun just all on its own, trying to control this thing in the rain. Wish I hadn't been taken out early on though. A lot of long turns as well. Yeah, I imagine there are a lot of arena tracks on PS4 too, and maybe PC. I like the idea. I want to check them out a little bit more. But yeah, the one thing that I don't like about proper racing circuits is when you have a lot of long corners. Like they're just one corner, but they go on forever. I never like that, and that's why stadium tracks like this, because they are very windy. They're more like a kart track. They're more like it's the same thing as comparing an indoor karting circuit to an outdoor karting circuit. Indoor karting tracks are very tight because they've got a limited space to work with, and they try to cram as much in as possible. Lots of hairpins, lots of long corners that come back on themselves, things like that. Whereas outdoor karting circuits are a lot more flowy, take up a lot more space. So it's just a different style of track, obviously stadium circuit like this. And they are definitely fun to race on and fun to do those specific style of events that you may want to do on tracks like this on. But I wouldn't necessarily host a proper racing event on a track like this, I think. Doesn't feel like a proper racing circuit. It doesn't remind me of something like Silverstone or any other real life racing track. Race of Champions though, I get the feeling of Race of Champions from it. Fun circuit though, very well made. You can't argue with that. I don't like the fire loops, but that's obviously just a creative design aspect. And it works a lot more in these stadium circuits than it does on proper racing circuits that are outdoors. I definitely feel it a lot better than that. I'm feeling it works a lot better in that respect. But yeah, very well made. You can't argue with that. High quality of actual creation, whether you like the track or the style of track. The actual creation itself has been very well made. No obvious flaws. Or, well, I mean, if there were major obvious flaws, it wouldn't even be on a live stream, but you know what I mean. It is winding all around as well, so that's fun. You know, you're seeing cars are winding all around each other. Starting to catch up to 4th and 5th places, but I don't think there's going to be enough laps left. Managed to pull away from the others who I was racing against. One thing that I will say, people often want tips about track creation, and I try my best during these live streams to give some tips as well as just showcase community tracks. One thing I will say is that please do not try to recreate a real life circuit in GTA. I've played a lot of them now, and they never ever work. They're just woeful. They can be good tracks in their own right, but because they're trying to be something else and they're trying to be a real life track, it never feels like the proper track, and it takes away from the experience because of that. So never try to.
He gets such a huge boost from.
Not Ope Dog with the $5 donation. Just don't choke on birthday cake, special guy. Happy birthday. Thank you for the $5 donation, Ope Dog. I'm guessing it is Ope Dog. It's my birthday on Saturday though. It's not my birthday today. Muscles in the rain is love, I agree. Especially the Dominator, although the Dominator in anything. Ruffy hasn't moaned about the tracks yet. Well, yeah, I mean, they've all been well made. They've all been pretty good. I never really moan about the tracks. I give small things that I may necessarily think, my personal opinions that could be improved. But in general, I don't sort of go too harsh on the tracks, because if they were bad tracks, they wouldn't be in the stream in the first place. Having said that, I have said before that I plan to do I do plan to do a track that a live stream that showcases the very worst tracks that we've had submitted, and that shows the very bad things, and I can definitely go harsh on those. But you know, we'll see what it brings. We'll see what the Rockstar verified tracks bring as well at the end of this playlist. We've done a proper race on this, bruv, so I guess it's down to opinion. Of course, Major Copyright, of course. But I don't know how much of a proper race you could do, in my opinion. 30 players on a track like that. A multi-class endurance race, for example. Thank you, Updog, for the donation. It is my birthday on Saturday. Alright, let's do 10 laps for this. Customs off. Everybody in the trophy truck or the desert raid for this one. Of course, you get the people who don't actually read the submission form and submit a old style circuit as a new style circuit and vice versa. So you get that as well, but you know, what can you do? People don't read. Sarge got in. Anybody else? You got 30 seconds. I'm sending out invites to the crew. Sarge and SG Appleby. Good stuff. So we've had a mix. We've had sort of a mix between a proper race, a stunt race, and an off-road race. We've had a mix between, well, we've had a stunt race with karting. We've had a somewhat proper race, but in a different style with the stadium track. This one is a super stadium truck race. So it's got jumps, and we're using the desert raid or the trophy truck, which are going to make it interesting. Something a bit different again, some off-road sections, I think, from what I can remember. Or no, not necessarily off-road, but it's a short track. You know, something different again. Just bought that t-shirt as of now. Oh, good stuff, Roy. I'm glad you found it. Stadium Super Truck, not Super Stadium Truck. Okay, Stadium Super Truck. Super Stadium Truck track. Or Stadium Super Truck. Anyway, whatever it is. I'll talk about resubmissions after we get a bit further down the line of these playlists and live streams drifting. Happy birthday, Bruffy. We all wish you well, our favourite GTA racer. Well, thank you so much. It's not my birthday today, though. Okay, oh yeah, there are some off-road sections as we go around here. That's cool. I was questioning my own sanity there. So we got jump. We got frame drops. Thank you, Xbox. So again, a very different style of race. This is, I've seen these super stadium trucks, stadium super truck, whatever they're called, before. I think it was on Race of Champions. And they're quite interesting to watch. They're absolutely crazy. But this is obviously a track that's meant to be like that. It's got a bit of off-road, a bit of stunt with the jumps. Various different styles, and this is probably this live stream has been the most diverse, I think, and the very last track, I believe, is a proper race, as you know what we had like in the first week of doing this. So we've definitely had a very diverse selection of circuits. Maybe that's better for you guys. Like I said at the start, let me know if you prefer at the end of the stream or in the comments if you're watching this as the video. Let me know if you do prefer a different selection of tracks rather than just 5 proper tracks, 5 stunt tracks. Do you prefer to have a mix of different things? Shame we're not really racing with a group of people. I kind of let the front 3 get off a bit too far at the start. I think there's a Joker lap on this as well. That's more for events where you actually have something like that. Damn it! I don't like those though. Those could be improved. Apex barriers. Those could be improved. They're a bit square on, the apex barriers. I'm using the lights to block off lampposts as well. I think there's definitely better solutions these days for apex props. Can we kick him from the playlist so we can get someone else in who's actually going to race? At least be racing with someone. Yeah, those apex barriers are probably the worst thing about the track. I like the layout though. I like the layout. I like the theme. I like the style. Interesting, very different concept. It's like rallycross mixed in with stunt circuits, mixed in with jumps. SR Gaming 13, I think, is the person who's standing still. He can be kicked. So we can get someone in who's actually going to race, since we've got limited space. Major copyright in the Marshall. He did say that he got given the wrong car at the start. That is unfortunate. I'm surprised it's managed to make it around this small track. That was a big old frame drop right there. Holy cow. He clearly just took... I know he was a back marker, but he still took it out. If you take a back marker out, you still got to wait. Unless he clearly did something wrong, it might look different on his screen, I suppose. That's for the back marker. Good little line that though. Got a good little line across that jump. Fun track this, I'm enjoying it. Something different again. I like the little off-road sections, I like the mix. It's like the first track that we did, where it has a mix of different aspects. It's not just all off-road and nothing else. There's a mix of stuff, it's good. And we're in trophy trucks or desert raids, I mean, you can't go wrong. Everything is always fun when you do that. I do always find it interesting when people ask what platform it is, when it is literally in the first line of the description of the stream, and obviously evidently the video for anybody who's watching this afterwards. I believe there is a Joker lap on this as well. I don't know whether the Joker lap is shorter though. Maybe I think that's the American way of doing it. Having the Joker lap be shorter instead of longer. Oh, there's the Joker lap. Major copyright's gone for it. Yeah, it must be shorter. I suppose he can. It's fair enough for him to have it. SR Gaming 13 needs to be kicked. In fact, I can do it now. Not in the crew. God damn it. He's in the crew. Can't find him. Even with the Xbox Live search. How silly. Not a bad race. Not a bad little race. Fun. I do think that the apex barriers are the one thing that could be improved, but apart from that, it was fun. Yeah, I suppose the lack of places to overtake people is a bit of a shame. Plans for Saturday. I am going to stream on Saturday. But it's going to be just like a short stream on Twitch, since it is my birthday. People have asked for it, so why not? Okay, so the final race of the proper the proper, let's do 2 laps on Super. Customs on, what am I doing? Slipstream is what I want off. The final race of the actual community created tracks is the most proper race out of them all, in terms of a proper racing circuit. It supposedly mixes my Blaine County 24 Hours with Le Mans, so we'll see what it's like. SST racers in real life use a mandatory safety car every few laps to make sure that the pack never gets spread out. Makes it really interesting to watch. Yeah, okay. That's pretty crazy. We're not doing 3 laps, we're doing 2 laps. Because we've got the Rockstar verified races to get through yet. I spent 10 laps within 3 inches of Malice's bumper and you know I find a way to pass. Yeah, they're difficult, not able to find places to pass on that track, that's for sure. I might build you a birthday cake. It probably will be PS4 drifting. Let's use the Osiris. Alright, the last track. Let's see. I'm done. I'm done. He's wrecked us. He's absolutely wrecked us. Sean, what a scumbag. All right. Oh, interesting. That's been flattened out. I'm so used to doing that section where it isn't flat. Oh, that's interesting. You can go more across there. And we're going this way. So if I read the description correctly, this is like Le Mans combined with Blaine County 24 Hours. So I'm guessing we've got a chicane here. A Le Mans style chicane, we do. If it was proper Le Mans, it would go back over the other side. A little bit anyway, maybe not. Good top speed along here will probably help. Like the sign there, letting people know. High speed circuit, this one. A lot of straight, at least right now. Did Sean even wait for me and Blue Eyed Malice? What a scumbag, he didn't. That's a big old crash. Making our way back through the pack. Yeah, very high speed circuit. Oh, almost. I can definitely see, and this is probably, in my opinion, as much as you should go when it comes to recreating another circuit, a real life circuit. Something that is a cross between something or inspired by something. Like Blaine County 24 Hours, for example, was inspired by Circuit de la Sarthe. So being inspired by a real life circuit is fine, but you've got to put your own take on it and make it your own and make it you know, a GTA style circuit. You can't just try to recreate a real life circuit in GTA. It never works. But this is interesting, this is good. Good apex barriers. Bits of road smoothed out. I'm not sure whether they need to be smoothed out, but I guess, you know, it adds to the effect. Coming up to the final corner now. Scumbag who left. Can't believe we can't find him in the crew list to kick him. Could have had somebody else in there racing. If you're gonna leave, you should actually leave the playlist. You're just a scumbag if you stay in and take up a spot that somebody else could use. Oh, that's a big old crash. Holy cow. I am not used to that being smoothed out. I think I prefer it not smoothed, to be honest. It's a bit more of a thrill ride. I get why it's been smoothed, but I don't think it's necessarily necessary. Although it does make the track a bit different. It does give it a bit more, you know, something a bit different to every other track that uses that piece of road, I guess. The fast chicanes are pretty interesting. People asking what platform. It's in the first line of the description. People asking how they can play with me. There's no way to do it on these YouTube streams. If you want to play with me, get involved in my Twitch streams. I open up the stream crew for everybody to join, regard whatever platform I'm on. I do different platforms every single stream though. Or most of the time I switch it up all the time. But yeah, my Twitch schedule is on my Twitch page as well, and the link to that is also in the description. No guarantees that you're ever going to get into a race with me though. Never a guarantee of that. because you just never know what GTA is going to do that day, or whether there's too many people wanting to join as well. I don't like those. That's something that I really don't like. Those can get wrecked. Those can get wrecked. That's not what I wanted to say. Those can get deleted, in my opinion. I can't think what they're called. The trailers, the big boxes. They're from the first days of track creation. Them. So outdated to use those. I mean, we've got so many different styles of barriers. Why would you use those? Apart from that, though, I haven't really noticed anything majorly wrong. I don't think that checkpoint needs to be sorted out, though. That checkpoint needs to be moved back a little bit. That's what I was talking about earlier with good checkpoint placement. You gotta make sure people know where they're going. But apart from that, it seems maybe a little bit rough around the edges. A little bit. Not too much, you know, a few small things that could be done to improve it visually, or just a few small changes in terms of checkpoint placement. But apart from that, it's still a very well made track. It's a fun circuit to race on. I'd like to race in something that 811s might be fun around here, with the high top speed and the small amounts of grip, or the Banshee 900R. Yeah, containers, thank you. Thank you. The containers, they're horrible. We can get rid of those. But yeah, good track, and that was the only proper circuit that we've done tonight in terms of proper racing. Containers were what Rockstar used to verify in the olden days. Just put a container on your track and you're done. Evil on the case. Good job, Evil. RE7B before the patch. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the propping issue. It could be slightly improved in certain areas to make things a little bit smoother. Things jut out a little bit. It looks a bit messy in some areas, but in general, I thought it was decently made track. So let me know in the chat now that we've finished the main 5 tracks. We're gonna do Rockstar verified tracks now and rip those a new one. But now that we've finished the 5 main tracks, what do you guys prefer? You guys in the chat now, and if you're watching this on the video afterwards, leave a comment down below. What do you guys prefer when it comes to these streams? Do you like what we've done tonight, where we have a variety of different types of tracks, off-road tracks, stunt tracks, things like that? Or do you prefer what we've done before, where we've had 5 proper racing circuits, and then the week after we might do 5 stunt racing circuits? What do you prefer? Which do you prefer out of those two? A mix of stuff, or all the same? It was Malice who moved over at the start. Right, okay, I see. Fair enough. Not doing a couple of laps. We're just gonna do 1 lap of each, unless they're very short. But I'll keep an eye on the distance. We normally do 10 miles for every track in these. I'm going to give these like 5 miles maximum, just because I don't want to give them any more. I mean, I am going to go mad at them, I guess, but a mix is better. Most people seem to think a mix is better based on the chat. Now that we've done it. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think we'll continue doing that then. What we'll probably do is PC next week, unless there aren't enough stunt tracks, which it probably will be. We'll probably do the PC stream to have all stunt circuits, and then from that point on, the week after that, we'll do a mix of stuff and a different variety, and we won't necessarily have a theme each week, and we'll just have a mix of various different tracks, like you know, whether we might have what we've done tonight with a proper race, a stunt race, a off-road race, you know, just a mix of different things. Alright, so the bonus part of the stream. Rockstar have released brand new Rockstar verified tracks, and the creators of every single one of these tracks got 8 million GTA dollars. That's a £65 shark card, $100 shark card. And let's just see the quality of these circuits. Let's see what they're like, and let's see if we've seen better even in just these live streams so far. So it's called Black and Yellow, this one. It certainly is Black and Yellow. So far, initial... Oh! He tried to cut the loop and then I crashed into him and went off. He's the ultimate scumbag. He tries to cheat and I come off worse for it. At the minute it looks very much like a Rockstar race. It looks pretty much very similar to what Rockstar would have created themselves. So it's no surprise really that that Rockstar verified something like that. That was deserved. That was absolutely deserved. Beautiful pit maneuver that, by the way. Prepare for the frame drops because of the tubes. Just forewarning, nothing I can do about that. This is very much a stunt race. This one doesn't seem too bad actually. I mean, I've been going into these races thinking they're terrible, but there's a crossover section there, that's not too bad. Crossover section there. I mean, you have the usual crossover sections and tubey sections and stuff like that. Rings of Fire, obviously. But this one isn't too bad. I don't mind this actually. It seems to be well made. I think I mean, it's clearly just another stunt race, I guess. It's just like, I think I was mentioning this last week with the stunt tracks. It's very much like the stunt tracks that we saw last week. The one that was on water and the other one, they're very similar to just normal Rockstar stunt tracks. So there's nothing really that sets them apart. But you can't really, I'm looking for something a bit special with these live streams, but you can't really argue with Rockstar for verifying something that looks very similar to what they already have. Also, when it comes to the frames, just to point out, it only seems to be YouTube that is affected by the tubes when it comes to frame rate. Twitch is affected in terms of bitrate, but the tubes always affect bitrate regardless. But it seems like YouTube actually drops frames because of the tubes. Maybe it's just to do with, well, if you're going to go that slow, I'm not waiting for that one. If you're gonna, YouTube's compression or whatever they're doing with it seems to be pretty awful in terms of tubes, whereas Twitch seems to be a lot better with that, because we've never really had an issue with frame drops on stunt tubes before until last week when we played PS4. But yeah, that's not my issue. That's not an issue on my end. That's not an issue normally for live streams. It's just an issue for YouTube live streams. YouTube need to up their game. But that's not bad actually. That's good. Some people in the chat saying this is the best track of the 5. So yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, that works. I could see myself playing that as much as I would play normal Rockstar created circuits. So that's not too bad. Having said that, these are meant to be the 5 best stunt tracks ever. The 5 best tracks that have been created since the stunt creator was released. I very much do not classify that. We've played 5 better tracks on this stream or on this stream and the last stream already. Like that, they got 8 million GTA dollars for that. To me, that's well made, but it's nothing special. It's nothing different. It's nothing, Flaming Flower, which I keep mentioning. That was something completely different, something completely special. There's so many good stunt tracks. How is that in the top 5 of all GTA stunt tracks on GTA? You got a problem with my pro lines, bro. Fight me. Good pit though. It was a good pit maneuver. What cars are you going to buy in the import-export DLC? All of them, because I need to test them. 5 miles again, so we'll do 1 lap again. We'll be able to get crew members in here. I've just realised it was locked to supercars. The previous race was locked to supercars, wasn't it? This is the track that has only 1 to 16. This track is locked to supercars and sports cars. And it's locked to 16 players. And they've verified it. I was talking about this in the stream last week. Like, how can you... You should never lock a track to anything less than 30 players unless it's got a specific style in mind. If it's got a specific style, like it's a rallycross track and you only want a maximum of 4 people on it at a time, then fair enough. But to lock a normal stunt race like this to 16 players, and for then Rockstar to verify that, 3 out of the 5 tracks are locked to supercars. Oh my god. Locking them to one specific... And Rockstar verify this. This is what Rockstar are putting out that are good circuits. Tracks that are locked to one specific thing, that you can only have 16 players in them instead of 30. Like, what are they doing? What are Rockstar doing? The people who are choosing these tracks, what makes them look at these tracks and think, yeah, that's a good track, let's verify this, give them $8 million GTA dollars. That's worth $100. Or did they just pick them at random? Did they just pick a lot of random tracks? They just went like random number generator, got the tracks and said, right, there you go, they're done. Locked to supers. The original Rockstar tracks, yeah, they're locked to 16 players in 1 car class. That's why they're terrible as well. Have some variety in the track creation. Uh-oh. That's true, because I was too busy with the horn. You know, I don't understand the thought process. Why do Rockstar only want people to race supers and sports, and anything else should be not used? What's the point? Okay, tubes. Again, I apologise for the frame drops, which is gonna... I mean... They've clearly, all of these have clearly been created using just the clipping, what is it? Snapping. The snapping of props. So you just... Are you serious? Are you serious? They verified this. They verified this. I only didn't hit that sign myself. Oh no, I'm gone. I'm gone. Saved it. I only didn't hit that sign myself because other people hit it in front of me. They verified this. Did they even play it once? If it was me, I would play this track 1 lap. I would see that, I would hit that sign because there wouldn't be anybody else in there. But even if there were other people in the race, I would see them hit the sign. And that would be immediate disqualification for verification. Immediate disqualification. Like, you haven't even tested the track well enough so that you don't hit a sign when you go over a jump. But they verified this. This is worth $100. Are you serious? And like I was saying, it's clearly been made with the snapping of props. There's no sort of any extra advanced features that the top creators do when it comes to putting things in the right place, making things smooth, you know, fine-tuning tracks. It's clearly all been made by just snapping a load of random props together in a random location and sticking something together that looks vaguely like a circuit. But oh my god. Unbelievable. Yeah, a lot of random boosts put in, why not? There's just no creativity. Checkpoints! So many checkpoints! You don't need all those checkpoints! There was like 5 checkpoints on that one straight. Why do we have so many checkpoints? This is just not a very good circuit at all. And Rockstar verify it, so they're saying that this is the level of... This is a good circuit, this is what people should be aiming for when it comes to... No wonder there's so many really terrible tracks out there. No wonder, because people are taking what Rockstar are doing themselves and are verifying, and just... Oh, I'm so... No, no, no. Are you serious? Are you that is absolutely awful. LSGP in a loop was shit as well. I agree with this. That all of verified tracks are terrible. Oh my god. That end. That is just horrific. How is this considered a good track? Oh my god. Oh, I can't handle how this got verified. What are Rockstar doing? So many checkpoints. So much bad... I'm giving a dislike. The first one was alright. We've gone significantly downhill. My god, this is unreal. The amount of good circuits out there. This is why I do this. This is why I'm doing these live streams in the first place. So that we actually see some good tracks. Because if it wasn't for that, what you would get is these 5 Rockstar verified tracks and you're getting these. That's it. They're so long as well. We'll put one lap again. Is this locked to supers? Yeah, boring old supers. No possibility for anything different. Love Canyon. I mean, this looks terrible already. Just without a single line. I bet you have to go. You go one way and then the other way, the same side. Jesus. The first one was good. The first one was average. It was okay. It wasn't. It was nothing special, but it was all right. Oh, this is bloody stupid. I hate it already. What the hell is this shit? Hitman with the 1735 bits. Thank you so much, man. That is perfect. That is perfect. Hitman back at it with the bits. Perfect indeed. Exactly. Oh man, here we go. Let's see what this is all about now. If you wanna, you can, like I've said this many times in these live streams, you can submit your tracks. The link is in the description for these live streams. Wow, 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 wow. What the? Why? What the? Why did I respawn? Is it because I was in the water? Who is this person? In a stock Osiris? He just wiped me out. And then I respawned without meaning to respawn. I thought I'd managed to get... Is this for real? We're just going through a lot of areas with rocks jutting out of everything. Water everywhere. I mean, it looks nice. Oh, God. Oh, it's not stock. It just doesn't have a spoiler. Why would you not have a spoiler? Why are we slowing down? Why have we got a slow down zone and then a boost? Why have we got a slow... Is this serious? Flames, random flames everywhere. We've got a slowdown zone and then a boost. Why not just have nothing? Just have nothing? You're slowing down to speed up again? What's the point of that? Alright, single track road, yeah, great. Slow down zones. We got off-road circuits in off-road circuit in supercars, because that always makes sense. This is a track locked to supercars, and we're spending a lot of it off-road. Well, a bit of it off-road. What on earth is this? What on earth is this? What on earth is this? This is horrific. What? What the? Is this for real? Oh my god. Oh, this is awful. This is truly awful. Slowdown zones everywhere that just cause issues. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Create a track that is likely to cause crashes and you will be Rockstar verified. That's basically what they're saying. The creator of this track got verified twice. What? Really? Which other one did he create? Surely, you cannot tell me that they verified 5 circuits and one person got... Damn it, I'd give it a like. That's just an automatic thing. I accidentally... Same creator as the last one. No way. No way. The last 2 tracks we've just played were created by the same person. And they both got verified. I am astounded. Lock to supers again, yeah. We have, even for this series, we do 5 tracks. We do 5 brand new tracks every single week. It's taken Rockstar, what, 3 months to pick 5 tracks? We do 5 tracks, brand new tracks every single week, and even we have a rule that you can only submit 1 track and only get 1 track featured on the live stream. That's going to be different when it comes to different styles of track, fair enough. like a stunt track or a proper racing circuit. And when it comes to later on in the live stream's life, we'll have to obviously revisit other people's tracks. I'm going to reopen it for other people to submit more again. But really, 5 different winners. Okay, that's not right. Yeah, there are 5 different winners. It was 5. Okay, that would have been the worst. That really would have been the worst. So it was different people. It was different people that created every one of these tracks. Thank God. Thank God. It's not the same track creator. For them to pick 5 tracks and to have 2 of them be from the same creator would have been the worst. But for them to have been, I mean, the tracks themselves are bad enough, but for them to have done that would have been awful. But thankfully they didn't. They were 5 different creators. There was a different creator for every single track, so that's alright. So there wasn't one person who got verified twice or got 16 million or anything like that. Why is it the Rockstar verified tracks are available on all platforms, but we can't make our tracks available for all? Because Rockstar verified tracks are special. They're meant to be the best. And that's why they deserve to be on all platforms, obviously. Oh, I've done him. Oh, he's going to land it though. Oh, nicely held. Those last 2 tracks were the worst. It can't get worse than those 2. I refuse to believe it. The first one. Oh, we've got a duo section. Okay, I'll go this way. Hopefully these are equal distance apart, because you know what, the regular duel, when it comes to the Rockstar race, they're different. One is quicker than the other. Oh, I missed the boost. Okay, I guess we'll go up this one. Did they just see something that used bowling balls and bowling pins and think, okay, they've used some bowling balls and bowling pins. We've got to have tracks that use that because we put them in as a prop and they're completely useful. What on earth is that kind of corner? Did they see props like that and think, okay, we've put these props in, but they are completely useless and nobody's using them, so we need to verify some tracks that use these props. It doesn't matter how bad they are. A jump. Why put a jump there if it's not going to get you over the... Why put a jump there if it's too small to actually get you over the people who you're going to be crossing in the first place? What are they doing? Yeah, you've got tubes for days. Yeah, tubes for days always makes a good track. Random sections where you can crash or get knocked off. Yeah, great. Load of boosts. Yeah, that always makes a really good track. Hundreds of boosts. That's what the kids want. I'm dead. I mean, this one isn't as bad as the last 2, thankfully. This tube section might be a little bit though. Holy cow. What on earth? These tracks are just like... Oh, and of course I hit it. It's like people who don't know what they're doing, creating tracks, not testing them properly, and then Rockstar say, yeah, that's good, that's exactly... Wow, that was close. And then Rockstar come out and say, yeah, that's good, that's a good track, that's exactly what we want. I would love to speak. Honestly, I've always thought I would love to speak to the people who work at Rockstar. Specifically those who program the cars, do the class system, things like that. But for this, I would love to speak to the people who choose verified tracks to see what their thought process was behind all of these. What made this a good track? What made this one of the top 5 supposedly best tracks in the entirety of GTA across 3 platforms, thousands and thousands of creations? What made this one of the top 5? That was just my shitty driving there, to be fair. That one wasn't too bad. To be fair, that one wasn't as bad as the previous 2. What on earth is going on here? Issues. That one wasn't as bad. That one looks good in comparison to the last two. The first one's still the best. So basically, Rockstar's thought process behind a track is those people can't respawn. Really? Oh, good stuff. This game, man. Like, the first track, the first Rockstar track, that was okay. That was alright. That one, this one was second, but quite far off. It still had pretty awful sections, but it wasn't too bad. It was passable. The two middle ones were absolutely god-awful, but none of them were in the top 5 best tracks that I've ever played.
Hateful machine.
L Shelby with a 620 hateful tracks. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Rocket cars. We're doing one lap of this as well. Look to supers again, I think. Oh no, we can have sports and muscle. We can have sports and muscle on this one. I'm leaving on supers just so we can have the same experience on all the tracks. So basically, what they're saying is create a track where they can have a lot of crashes and it's just a random selection of a lot of props and we'll verify it. This is what Rockstar has decided are the top 5 best tracks. The 5 tracks that we played in the first part of this stream have all been better. You needed to submit your track, and I don't think a lot of people did that. Well, I certainly know at least one person who had a track better than this. Flaming Flower, last week. Drifting's track, that was submitted. That's better than anything that we've seen so far. Of course, because putting in one of those sections always makes for a good track. Because people are going to fall off and have crashes.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Actual Panda with the 301. Thank you so much, man. I'll read that in a sec. Why was there a gap there? What purpose did that gap serve? Yeah, load of tubes, because having just a load of selection of random tubes makes a good track, of course. My tube game isn't on point though at the minute. Oh no! Damn it. Why is there a hole there? What? Yeah, put random holes in places because people will crash and that's what makes a good track. Top 5 best tracks in the game. Damn it. Forgot to tell you, got a message from Rockstar the other day. They are verifying Stunt Cross Blender. God no, that would be the absolute worst. Thank you, Actual Panda, for the donation, man. Black and Yellow is by far the best of Rockstar verified. Why is there a slowdown zone there? What on earth has that slowdown zone just done to me? What? What? Alright, let's try it normally. Okay, so we finally... What's the point in having the slowdowns? This was the worst idea of all time. It was the worst idea of all time. Yes, it was. Hazard with the $4 sound relevant to everyone's thoughts about these tracks? Yeah, pretty much. Hazard, thank you so much for the donation, man. Oh my god. I can't get over this. I can't get over that every single creator of this track got 8 million GTA dollars. That's the value of $100 in real life. £65 for creating these. And incredible, incredible creators in the community get ignored. That's the worst of it. If we didn't have anybody who were creating anything better, then fair enough. But there's some incredible creators in the community. We've only just scratched the surface of good tracks throughout these live streams, and already we've had so many tracks that are better than these. And I know of so many more, and they get ignored because of this shit. Really? Really? Oh my days. Why are there park benches placed randomly when I'm not even going to get to finish this race? I'm pretty happy about it. Oh no, I did finish it, just. Again, that one seemed good in comparison to the two middle ones, but it wasn't very good really in comparison to the rest of them. In comparison to all the good tracks out there. All the good tracks out there from so many good creators on all platforms, and they've chosen those 5 as the best of everything. They don't have the first idea what they're doing. Absolutely no idea. Lock to supercars, lock to 16 players, random props every... Oh, I'm done. I can't handle it. It's just... Rockstar verification, nothing's changed. I don't know why I'm surprised. You know, when you consider that Rockstar verified tracks in the past... Rockstar verified tracks in the past were all terrible as well. It was all exactly the same situation. They were awful. But those are just taking it to another level. The facepalm does explain it all. Oh my god. And it took so long to verify them as well. Awful, awful tracks. Those are bad tracks. Not the first one. Give the first one credit. It wasn't nothing. There was nothing that stood out about it. But it was well made and it was a bit of fun. So, you know, if they verified that one along with a few other of the better ones that we've seen, you couldn't complain about that. But for that one to be the best, and for those two middle ones to be so bad, my god, that is awful. That is just horrific. Cannot believe that. Rockstar verification is the biggest joke of all time, and for those to get 8 million GTA dollars, which is worth 100 real life dollars, unbelievable. And Rockstar verification's never changed. It's always terrible, and that is why we do these live streams, so you guys get to see on all platforms. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait 3 months for 5 tracks. You can come here every week and see 5 tracks every week and see brand new stuff. So yeah, hello YouTube. That's people in the Twitch chat. Yeah, that's why we do these live streams, to showcase proper good circuits and not have to rely on Rockstar to verify awful, awful things like that. Unbelievable. But I said I would play them. I said I would, you know. Those are the 5 worst tracks that we've probably seen in all of these live streams. So now you can see what the difference is between good tracks and bad tracks. But yeah, unbelievable. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end it there. Xexy is live streaming now, I believe, if anyone wants to go over there and watch her. But thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the video afterwards, thank you for watching all the way through this one. It's been an extra long one because of the Rockstar verified stuff, but hopefully you all enjoyed, and the rant at the end, I suppose. It was just 40 minutes of ranting at Rockstar tracks. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back streaming tomorrow on Twitch, and then I'll be streaming on Saturday for my birthday as well. Thank you for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the support, as always. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.